This is question number 21 on the November 2014 calculator paper. So let's look at this question. At this stage of the paper, you should be expecting an A-star type question. And this is it. Looking at the question, it says triangle ABC is a triangle. Okay, D is a point on AC. The angle BAD is 45 degrees, and they've given us that there. Angle ADB is 80 degrees, and they've given us that there. AB is 7.4 centimeters, and there it is. And DC is 5.8, and there it is there. Work out the length of BC and give your answer to three significant figures. Okay, so let's identify the side that we want to find. BC is this side here, and I need to work out the length of this side. Okay, so first thing is to identify what they want you to work out, and then think about what techniques that you might need to use. So it's a question involving a triangle, in fact, several triangles, right? There aren't any right angles in here or any right angles that we can see obviously. And so at this stage of the paper, I'm going to assume that I need to use the sine and cosine rule, sine or cosine rule, to work this out. Now, looking at the triangle that contains BC, it's this triangle here, and the only thing I know about this triangle is that angle there is 5.8 degrees, 5.8 centimeters. I could work out what this angle is here. That angle is going to be 180. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So this angle here is going to be 180 take away 80, which is 100. That still doesn't help me very much. Right? What I do need to do is to work out the length of this side if necessary, and then I might be able to use the cosine rule. Alternatively, I could look at the larger triangle. In the larger triangle, BC is opposite this angle. I know the length of this side. If I work out AD, I could work out the length of the whole side AC and use that with the cosine rule to work out BC. And that's what I think I'm going to use. Okay, so that means I need to work out the length of AD. Focusing on this smaller triangle, ADB, I know two angles. I know one side, so I should be able to work out this angle here. I'll need to use the sine rule for this because I have a pair of angle side. If I want to work out AD, I need at least one of these, right? So I need to work out AD. So I need, therefore, to first of all find this angle here, ADB. And that's pretty straightforward because I know two angles in this triangle. I can work out the third, and the maths that I need to do for that is pretty straightforward. 180 take away, the three angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, so 180 take away 45 and 80. And I'll just use my calculator to make sure that I get the right answer. 180 take away 45 take away 80. That gives me 55. So this angle at the top at B is 55 degrees. So as I said, I'm going to use the sine rule to work out the side AD. So to work out AD, let's use the sine rule, and the sine rule is A over sine A plus B over sine B. Let's think about the pairings that we know. We know this side is 7.4, and this angle opposite it is 80 degrees, so I'm going to put that in. 7.4 over sine 80 is equal to the side AD, which is the one I want to find, and I know the angle opposite it is 55, so AD is over 55 degrees. So I now need to rearrange that and work out what AD is. AD is going to be 7.4 over sine 80 times sine 55. So let's write that down. 7.4 over sine 80 multiplied by sine 55. I'll use my calculator to work out the value of that. So I'll use the fractions key to do 7.4 over sine 80, and then times that by sine of 55. Closing the brackets, that gives me 6.1552. So just writing that in, 6.1552, and that's in centimeters. Okay, so if I know the length of AD, that means that the length of AC, A to C, is going to be 6.1552 plus 5.8. So AC is going to be those two added together, 5.8 plus 6.1552. Using my calculator again, 5.8 plus 6.1552 equals, that's 11.9552. 11.9552 centimeters. Okay, so using the larger triangle, I'm going to draw a sketch of it in the space below with the information that I know and the information that I want to find out. So I've got the whole triangle, the larger one. I know this is A, B, and C. I know AB is 7.4. I've worked out just now that AC was 11.9552. And I know this angle here is 45 degrees. And I want to work out what BC is. So this works exactly with the cosine rule. And I'm going to use the cosine rule to help me work out the value of BC. So the cosine rule, if you look in the answer sheet, the cosine rule, you should find it. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. This angle A is opposite the side. And so this here is going to be the angle opposite it, 45. So let's put this information in. A squared is the side that I want to find out, BC. So BC squared is, and I could put either of these in. So actually just let's label this up. That's A, call this B, call this C, and this is my angle A. So B squared, 7.4 squared plus 11.9552 squared minus 2 times 7.4 times 11.9552 cos of A, which is 45. Okay, you need to show all of that. Okay, and that's part of the workings that they need to see. I'm now going to enter that onto my calculator. 7.4 squared plus 11.9552 squared minus, I'll use brackets around this just as I've done in my workings. Actually, I'm just going to use the times 7.4 times 11.9552 times cos of 45. Okay, I'm just going to look over what I've typed in just to make sure that it is all correct. Yes, it is. Pressing the equal sign, that gives me 72.5734. So BC squared is 72.57348, and so on. So BC is going to be the square root of that number. So BC is equal to, if I square root the answer on my screen, I'm going to get 8.5190, and so on. Back to my question, and you could just see it here. They said give the answer to 3 significant figures, counting 1, 2, 3. The next number along is a 9. So to three significant figures, that is going to be 8.52 centimeters. And that is what I'm going to write in my answer space just below. Okay, so there is a lot of maths in this question. It is quite a complex question, right? Make sure you actually look through this, look at the workings. You might need to forward and go backwards in this question as well to actually see all the stages that I've done. If you're aiming for top grade, you should be able to do this. You need to be aiming for full marks in it.